And welcome back, everybody. A.S.T.E.P. Grim here, and this is the continuation of our Skyrim Chronicle. You're looking at my desktop right now. Let's Alt-Tab in. I'll show you where we're at, but then we're going to Alt-Tab out. I've got kind of a big announcement today. So we left off in the last episode with having cleared the exterior of this bandit, I guess, fort. And we were going to go inside and clear it, but I've been receiving advice throughout this series from Joa and Buxy. I always get his name wrong. Buxy. And Buxy left me a pretty good message on one of the Skyrim posts, but they've both been explaining things to me, and I've been taking that in slowly. Now, the way things work for me, and this just has been consistent in my life, if I enter into new territory and or it's something I've been detached from for a while, I have to sit in the stew and kind of saturate everything. I sort of soak all this information in, and then there's sort of this light bulb moment for me. Well, that has pretty much occurred. I've actually had a couple of them already here. That was with modding, where Joa helped me with some of the modding. But now I am getting it with putting things together as far as how to level up professions and get your character strong enough where they should be. And any of you that have been following this, you actually saw me title a video, Am I Underleveled? You know, what I should have called it is Am I Underpowered? That's what I meant. But anyway, here's what we've got. These are the notes. I go back and I listen to these videos that Joa and Buxy are talking to me in, and I take notes. I take notes from the chats, and I take notes from the audio. And then I go and I look at the resources they've given me. Now, the one thing I've not done, and I kind of already got onto myself about it because I really meant to, I have not looked at Skyrim Calculator. I'm going to do that tonight. But you can see, according to my notes, I need to research Black Star, the Black Star. I need to research Soul Gem weapon recharge. I understand that now, actually, so I can probably scratch that off the list. I need to research Skyrim Calculator. I have notes here that you use the appropriate warrior or stone for alchemy, enchanting, and smithing whenever you want to level up. I have notes here about followers. Well, I don't know if this is from Buxy, and it's true of vanilla. I kind of suspect it won't be true for S.T.E.P, that you only need one arrow for your follower, because S.T.E.P fixes a lot of that kind of stuff. That's considered a bug, I would guess. So, Joa had suggested I check out Fevi, and Buxy suggested I check Major Slack Attack. I looked at both of them. They have videos on how to level professions, and they have videos on how to level certain common builds. So I looked at both of them, both of those kinds of videos for each of these guys. Get an Atronox spill. Smith better weapon for Lydia. Joa had recommended Frankly HD Imperial Armor and Lean Wolf's Patch. I got them. They're in the game now. For enchanting, it was suggested that I use Muffle or Water Breathing to power level my enchanting. Joa also mentioned the middle line in the enchanting tree is the best one, so I have that as a note. Iron daggers and leather gloves. This is Buxy's recommendations here, as well as dwarven bows. I remember Joa agreed with him. This is from me looking at the chat and seeing, okay, they both agree, dwarven bows for big XP and skill gains. Then we get down here. You should go watch his video. Please do that. I mean, here it is. If you're seeing this, you can refer back to it and take down notes for yourself to have a summary. But if you're going to follow Fevi's guide, you should at least give him a view and a like. That's my opinion. Everybody's going to do what they want. I just would feel terrible if you ripped the notes from here and used them and Fevi got 0 views out of that, But this is it, basically. This is his video synthesized into what you do. And his videos are very quick too. So I think this is a 5-minute video. It might be 10. But I'm not going to follow this. I might follow this in in a future playthrough. The reason I'm not going to follow this right now is because I noticed that because he power leveled alchemy, enchanting, and smithing first and foremost, then all he needed to do was get to orcish armor. And because of his improvement ability in smithing, powered up by the alchemy potions that he's making, he reached level cap. And what that means is that he's done with the smithing tree. He doesn't have to go into dragon armor or anything else. No Daedric, no dragon armor. And that to me takes away from the game. It certainly, in my opinion, doesn't play well for a role playing idea, which is what I'd like to get to eventually. So I did not want to use this method the way that Fevy uses it, which is to power level early, and you get a lot of levels out of that too. I think he gets to level 35. And then you make your character very strong from the get-go, but you don't have to go through some of the content. You're done. You're level capped. Your armor level capped at orcish armor. So instead, I went with what I felt like Buxy was suggesting, and Joa agreed on this methodology. I think that I'm not sure if they both agree on foregoing this. This more tells you kind of how to get to 100. I hope this makes sense because it feels like it's coming out of my mouth jumbled. I want to level organically. And so I'm level 18 right now. And whenever I read this process to you, you're going to see that we're going to actually do this twice. And that's the way it should be going, in my opinion. You improve as you go through the game. You don't get to level 100 right out of Helgen, which is what this is for. Right. So I hope that makes sense. This is more of an organic methodology. Okay, Joa says the armor thing doesn't matter. You're able to go to whatever type of armor you want. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Joe, is from what I could tell, because he was armor capped at orcish armor, he doesn't have any reason to go to any other. Like in the vanilla game, Daedric armor is better than orcish, and dragon armor is better than Daedric. But because he reached armor cap at orcish, he's done effectively. He's not getting any improvements. I guess he might get improvements off the enchants, but the armor value itself, there's no reason for him to go above orcish. Am I incorrect in that? We'll see what he says. There's about a 30-second delay. It's a little bit less than that. It's 20 to 25 seconds. But here is the method that they've been talking to me about for the past few episodes. This is my understanding of it. And this is going to be the roadmap. Let's see. He says, oh, yeah, it makes sense. I still have to see if S.T.E.P changes the armor cap. Yeah, that would be a really good input. If you can let me know about that, or maybe I can Google it also. But if you have an answer on that, please do let me know. That would be awesome. Okay. Anyway, moving along here, we're going to. Oh, you know what? Did I start my timer? I've been recording for 9 minutes. I don't think I started my timer. I am always bad about that. Okay, it started now. This is going to be the plan for the next several episodes right here. Number 1, gather alchemy ingredients. Fortify barter potions. We're going to make a few of those. We're going to get Dragon's Tongue from the Windhelm area and Tundra Cotton from the Broken Fang Cave and White Run. I'll show you guys where all that's at. I'll also be putting the recorded audience on pause, so you don't have to. I'll unpause you when we're at the material to gather, and I'll show you where we're at on the map. For stream, you just kind of got to bear with it. That's the nature of streaming. Then we're going to fortify. We'll make a fortify smithing, or we'll gather the mats for fortify smithing. But I want to wait to make that one. The reason is that there's like 4 or 5 ingredients that you can use. I grabbed the 2 that are easiest to find: blisterwort and glowing mushroom. And here's the locations: Halder's Cairn and Falkreath and Shimmermist Cave and White Run. The problem is that glowing mushroom, that quality, the smithing aspect of it, is the 4th aspect in glowing mushroom. And that's hard to discover. So what I found is that all of the various 4 or 5 ingredient combinations that they have, none of them work for me because I can't discover their properties in order for them to combine, which surprised me because I thought it didn't matter if you knew the properties or not. You just, as long as you select the 2 ingredients and create a potion, it'll self-discover. But that is not working with my game. It does not make a potion. The only thing I found is blisterwort plus, I think it's called Spriggan sap. And Spriggan sap is not something you can tap out of a tree or find in a flower. It comes in a bowl. And the only place I found it, I have to steal it from the alchemy shop in White Run. And there's only one. There's only one. And so there is, what I think I need to do is I need to wait to make this until I have made my plus alchemy enchanted gear. Then I will make this 1 fortify smithing potion. I will make my gear. As we level up, I will eventually put a point into what's called snake blood in the alchemy tree, which I'm hoping, the way that reads, let's just pop into the game and take a look. It looks like a nice trait to me. I'm eligible for it right now. Your resistance to poisons and toxicity increases with the number of ingredients you consume. That's pretty nice. But consuming more ingredients will allow you to gradually become more proficient at detecting their subtle properties. That's the thing that's going to uncover these smithing properties in these various ingredients. I think it's a theory. We'll find out. Right? And then at that point in time, I'll be able to make more smithing potions. So I'm basically anticipating that by the time I reach the end of this little guide here, I will have snake blood and I'll have the ability to start discovering how to make fortify smithing potions myself without stealing, what was it, Spriggan sap. We need the ingredients for fortify enchanting: snowberries and blue swallowtail wing. This is actually hard to find. In the vanilla game, not so hard. But in the S.T.E.P game, there's a mod that you end up having a boatload of different kinds of butterflies. And you need one, the blue swallowtail. And so we'll be on the hunt for that. I'll pause you so that you don't have to sit through it. But this could take a while. I might wind up doing this off screen also. All right, then we're going to need to get gear and blessings. We're going to have to travel to Riften. We need to get the Amulet of Zenithar. It's close to the Riften stables, just east of them, I think, maybe southeast a little bit. We'll pick up the Blessing of Zenithar there as well. We don't have to do that in Solitude. It's right there at Riften. And then we will activate the Thief Stone. Joa says, my experience with alchemy for the best potions is 5 ranks of alchemist, physician, and benefactor. Okay. All right, will do. I'm thinking I'm going to need the snake blood to find out how to make, to uncover the smithing factor in those ingredients, though. Because it straight up isn't making them. It results in no potion made. And I tried all the combinations. Maybe I didn't try all the ingredients, though. I suppose I could have used the console to cheat that and test it, and I didn't think to do that. But anyway, with these ingredients right here, blisterwort and glowing mushroom, it didn't work. So I'm not sure what else. And I think I tried saber tooth. Yeah, I did. I tried a saber cat tooth also, Didn't work. I tried combining 3. Blisterwort, glowing mushroom, and saber cat tooth. Didn't work. Resulted in no potion. So I have to discover the qualities somehow. But step 3 here is going to be find and buy plus smithing, plus alchemy, and plus wielding items. Maybe alchemy overhaul changes all the recipes. Oh, it might. It might, except that Spriggan Sap and Blisterwort did work, and Spriggan Sap is listed on Google as one of those recipes. But like you say, maybe Alchemy Overhaul reduces it to just those 2. I hope not. Man, that's going to be a pain in the neck. But anyway, we'll see, I guess. We'll find out. I am going to get snake blood, so we'll at least be able to find out if it works or not. Okay, so in order to accomplish this step right here, we have to travel to Solitude. We're going to get the correct blessing. We'll already have it, the blessing of Zenithar. We're going to give to an orphan or a veteran to get the charity bonus, which helps our speech, and we're going to take a fortify barter potion. Then we're going to check the Fletcher for a bow that has soul trap on it, and we're going to check radiant raiments and maybe bits and pieces, those 2 shops, for plus smithing, plus alchemy, and plus wielding. There's a cheat, what I consider a cheat. It's gamey. It's not role play. Role play. What do you call it? Conducive? But you quick save it. You punch the vendor in the face, and then you quick reload, and that resets their inventories as well as their money. That's one of the things I learned from the Fevi video. By the way, I think you can combine 3 ingredients for 1 potion. Yeah, it should make them stronger, I believe. Okay, step 4. Make alchemy gear and craft the plus enchant and plus smith potions. So for the alchemy gear, it's a helmet, gloves, ring, and necklace. And make sure to activate the mage stone too. You'll gain more XP as you're working with alchemy as you're working with enchanting when you have the mage stone activated. We'll travel to Whiterun. We'll sleep in the Breezewood home to get the well-rested bonus. And we will get or buy 8 grand soul gems. That's because there's 4 pieces of equipment, and we're making alchemy gear and smithing gear eventually down here. So we need 8 grand soul gems. That's going to cost a lot. We're going to go to the enchanting table and drink the plus enchanting potion. We're going to add fortify alchemy to the helmet, gloves, ring, and necklace. We're going to don that new alchemical gear, and then we're going to go craft the enchanting and smithing potions. Okay, so more enchanting potions, and we're going to craft that smithing potion that we were waiting on. Joa says, S.T.E.P fixes that merchant thing. That's only for vanilla. Oh, it worked. I tested it off screen. It works here. So I don't know. It worked out for me. I don't know if it replenishes their gold, but it changes the inventory. All right, step 5. Make smithing gear and craft armor. Gather chest, gloves, necklace, and ring. This is what you'll need. Instead of a helmet, you'll need a chest piece for smithing gear. We'll go to the enchanter. We'll grab the 4 grand soul gems that we should have left. We'll drink an enchanting potion. We'll add the plus smithing to those items. Then we're going to gather crafting mats, activate warrior stone, and sleep for well rested. And we're going to go craft our gear. We're going to drink a potion, and we're going to forge dwarven armor and a battle axe. Now, you forge whatever weapon you want. I already happen to know from having done some research recently, I think based off of something else that Joa and I were talking about. It made me interested. I went and looked what the best weapons were in the game, and they're all either the mace from Molag, I think it's called Mace of Molag, or they're swords. But you can enchant your own weapons, and I like the role-playing aspect of an orc with axes. And I want to have Soul Trap on my weapon. And as you upgrade an enchanting, you can add another enchant on top of that. So I'm just going to run with axes, but you obviously pick whatever you want. And if you're doing a battle axe and then all the dwarven armor, it's going to be 19 dwarven ingots, 8 steel ingots, 13 leather strips, and 5 leather. Now, I've already got some dwarven armor, but I don't have. Whenever I craft them myself, I will make them better. No, I won't. When you craft them, they're the same. It's the improving that. Oh, my shield. I accidentally enchanted my shield, so I can't improve it right now. That's why I make another shield. Anyway, I'm just telling you that for the full dwarven set plus a battle axe, it's these mats right here. Okay. Step 6 will enchant the gear. So you activate the mage stone, you get the well rested bonus. Grab 6 soul gems. I'm going to grab whatever 6 soul gems I have on me or whatever is cheap to buy. And the reason is that I'm going to end up doing this all over again soon after I get the black star. But I'm going to grab these 6 soul gems, whatever I have on hand. I'm going to enchant my axe with soul trap, and I'm going to enchant the rest of my equipment with plus block and plus one-handed damage. I'm 100% open to suggestions here. I've not researched this thoroughly. I just happen to know that I can enchant every piece of equipment I have with these 2 enchantments, and I like these 2. But maybe there's something out there that's better. Then we're going to go adventuring. I'm going to activate the Warrior Stone. We're going to buy a Conjure Flame Atronach spell because they're cheap and they're ranged. Later on, I may get Frost Atronach for tanking, but probably not because my guy should be tanky as it is. We're likely going to go with Joa's suggestion of a Storm Atronach because he says they are amazing for dragons. So, and I believe they do AoE also. They do like thunderclaps. They clap their hands together and lightning goes out and hits everything. So we'll probably be moving to that, but I'll need to put some points, I'm guessing, into my Magicka. Initially, we're going to take the Flame Atronach. That's Buxy's suggestion. Then we're going to go do the Black Star in the Book of Love quest. The Black Star is going to give us the Black Soul Star, I think is what it's called, which allows us to capture human souls when we kill things like bandits. And that will be the end of our grand soul gem problem. It just does it automatically. We'll be swimming in grand soul gems. And the Book of Love quests gets you a natural 15% magic resist. We'll obtain black grand soul gems, and then we will reforge and enchant new armor using potions again, gear enhanced potions. And by that time, because our skill levels have gone up, I'm guessing we'll be actually making better armor and weapons and potions. Okay, Joa says, oh yeah, Aesop, don't forget for leveling smithing, Warrior Stone, enchanting Mage Stone, and Alchemy Thief Stone. Yeah, exactly. And that I have that in there actually. And you will probably need to put some points in magic because Atronachs are expensive for magic. Yep. Or just get an Atronach skull. Okay, right on. See, remember, Joe is about 30 seconds behind me. And so these are all things that he's been talking to me about. And I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. This has flattened my learning curve so much. It's been really beneficial. This entire thing. I mean, I think this is a pretty thoroughly written guide here that I came up with. These are the kinds of notes I took in college. I'm pretty good at outlining. I went and spent time going through 30-minute videos, multiples of them, and pulling out all this information that these guys have given me. And I've come up with an entire methodology based entirely on what they've been telling me. So I'm really excited to get this going and see how it turns out for us. All right, we're down to 5.5 minutes on this video. Let's go ahead and stop this video. It'll be its own thing where we just have explained the methodology. And in the next video, we will start hunting for ingredients. I will try and find points where I can put the recorded audience on pause so that you don't have to sit through a lot of stuff. but it'll only be whenever I'm anticipating that there's going to be some travel time. So anyway, we'll go ahead and close this one out. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.